Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanika and welcome to Time to Learn. So in today's video, I am doing a student teacher must-have. So I'm going to give you guys basically a list of everything that you're going to need for student teaching. So if you want to check out that video, then stay tuned. Okay, so I have a list here of everything that I think you guys are gonna need. If I forget anything, then I'll just end up putting it in the description box, or you guys can always message me on Timetolearn on Instagram or anything like that. But I'm actually going to start off with this in my hand. So one of the things that I want to mention is you want to have some sort of tech with you, especially if you're going to be lesson planning or implementing technology in your classroom. I did a video all about my iPad, so I'll make that video out. If you haven't seen it, it'll probably be linked at the end of the video. I talk about this and everything that I carry with me, along with my keyboard, my Apple Pencil, the iPad itself, and yeah, like I don't want to get into much into it because like I just posted a video on that, so check that out. So the second thing I want to mention is to have a bag. Now this seems kind of silly, like obviously you're going to be traveling with a bag, but you want to travel with the right bag. Now I'm going to show you my bag. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to show you my bag. So this is the bag that I ended up carrying in my second year towards the end of my placement. So yeah, definitely second year. It has big handles, as you can see. It's huge. Hopefully you guys can see how big it is. And it's black, which goes with every outfit. This bag I got from ASOS, ASOS, which I absolutely love that website. So if you guys have never been to that website, it's a great place based in the UK that has all sorts of fashion that is not normally located here in Toronto, Canada, because we're a little bit behind on stuff like that. But definitely, this bag is so huge. It comes with two sides, and the interior is actually red. It comes with two sides and then a middle compartment in the middle. And I was able to carry my lunch bag in there, my iPad bundle will go in the middle, and then on the other side, my binder. So definitely you want to get yourself a good bag with strong handles, okay? These handles are pretty thick, so this bag lasted me a while. I also have a What's in My Student Teacher bag video that you guys should check out if you've never seen that video. In that video I kind of go into depth as to what I carry on a day-to-day basis, and that bag that I featured in that video I actually recommend a little bit more than getting a tote bag, just because that bag has handles like a school kid, you know, and I prefer that. It was better for my back. I'm not old, I'm pretty young, but honestly when you're carrying books, textbooks, binders, lunch, it can get pretty heavy. But that bag that I featured in the other video, it was stylish, it was cute, the size was perfect, and the capacity was so big. So I suggest getting that bag or using that bag over a tote bag. But if you're not a backpack person, then go for something like this. But if you are a backpack person, and I recommend that you do be a backpack person, because that bag will save you in the long run. It was called Cat and Key, I believe, and it was their black large capacity bag. So I love that bag to death, and I still have it as well. So when I start supplying, I think I'll be alternating between the two. Okay, so the next thing on my list is a lunch bag. So let me show you guys my lunch bag. So this was my lunch bag that I bought, I don't even know how long ago, and it's by the company Built. It's a little bit beat up, like honestly it's a good size lunch bag. It has this part that goes out like this. It's super stretchy, it's reusable, and the quality is pretty good. And because of the quality, you can just throw it in the wash and you're good to go. All teachers need a lunch bag. there's no time on the little 30 to 45-minute lunch to go and grab something to eat. Bring your lunch, bring your snacks, because you're gonna need snacks. I usually brought like yogurt or sliced cucumbers with like a little pinch of salt, granola bars. Yeah, those were like really my go-to snacks. And then lunch, make sure you meal prep because you're gonna need to meal prep. And if you're not into meal prepping, I suggest you start getting into meal prepping. Pack your lunch, put it in here, put it in the fridge, and in the morning, grab this out the fridge and go. Trust me, you are going to save yourself time and money investing in a lunch bag. So get yourself a good lunch bag, okay? It doesn't have to be like this. A lot of people end up having this brand and this pattern. So if you want to go for something a little bit more unique or customizable, definitely do that, but definitely get yourself a lunch bag. So the next thing I have on my list is flare pens. Now this is just my preference. A lot of people like flare pens. A lot of people like the Ink Joys. Honestly, team flare pen all the way. Let me show you guys my pencil case. Okay, so this is my pencil case. As you can see, it is huge, and no, I did not carry this with me every single day. I suggest you keep this at home, which is what I did, but it honestly has everything that you need. It has my calculator, markers, pencil crayons, flare pens, glue sticks, stapler, highlighters, you name it, it's in here somewhere. Paper clips, everything is in here. But flare pens, let me show you. These are 3, and I just bought a new pack too, so I'm not running out anytime now. But these are flare pens. They look like this. And they are like markers, but better. They're like advanced markers, I'll give it that. And honestly, they write so effortlessly. They don't smudge, they don't go through the next page. They're just the best pen ever. And I do have Ink Joys too. They're somewhere in here, and I'm not gonna go digging for them because I'm team flare pen all the way. Okay, so the next thing on my list is paper or notebook. Now, I don't carry paper. I'm not a paper person. I mean, I am, but I just didn't have paper on me when I was in my placements or even when I was in class. In my iPad video, I spoke about what I write all my notes on, and I used the app Notability, and that allowed me to write everything on here and have it forever. That's something that is my preference. I just did my paper and pens digital, but you're definitely gonna need something to write with. A lot of the times when my host teacher was teaching, I was off to the side just taking notes of things she was saying, the lesson itself, how kids were reacting and acting on the carpet, and that just helped me to plan further. And when I was also doing my like diagnostics for them and putting together their like behavior reports and stuff like that, those are the notes that I just always referred back to. So you're always gonna need paper and pen or just something to take notes with, because you never know when you're gonna be in that like moment when you need to write something down. A lot of the times I was lucky enough to go with the principal and teacher into like those like secret meetings where they talk about students, and I was just writing down notes that would help me plan for him or her further. So definitely walk with something. Never walk empty-handed if you know you're going somewhere important. So if you're going to a staff meeting, walk with something. If you know you're going to be in the classroom, have something with you just off to the side. If you know you're going down to the principal's office to do something, walk with paper and pen. It just makes you look like you're here to learn, and it makes you look like you know what you're doing. So a little tip for you. So the next thing on my list is a book to read. So normally when you get to teacher's college, you're going to start off with your first day of school along with the teacher. Hopefully you get to meet your host teacher the day before or like a week before or something like that, or you guys will be communicating throughout the summer. But I didn't have that, so I met her the first day but she ended up being amazing. And always bring a book, because you never know, they're gonna ask you like, oh, so do you want to introduce yourself, so like what do you want to do you want to do something, and you never want to say no. I know it's so nerve-wracking to like step in front of the class first day and be like, hi, I'm the stranger that's going to be in your classroom for like a few days a week, and like be nice to me. But a book definitely makes it better. So this is just Dr. Seuss book, and you know how we feel about him these days with our movement. But yeah, I personally wouldn't do this book. This is like a book that you'll do maybe when you leave placement, because it's like all about saying goodbye and what you're gonna do. But the books I recommend, I'll put some pictures up. Definitely The Day You Begin is a great one, and maybe like All Are Welcome is another great one. So I'll put the pictures hopefully somewhere on the screen where you guys can see those two. I definitely recommend those two books, because those two books, they include inclusion, diversity, they talk about school, they talk about you just being nervous overall and meeting new friends, and like everything that you're gonna want to talk about as a teacher on the first day. So definitely, if you're able to get those two books, get those two books. If not, just bring one of your favorite books that you feel comfortable reading. That way you can engage with the book more. Like, I wouldn't suggest getting a book that you know nothing about, and then when you're reading it, you're like trying to figure out like what the book is. Definitely bring a book that you're familiar with. That way, you know, at the end, maybe you can go above and beyond and ask some questions like, oh, what do you think about this character? How do you think the character felt? You know, I'm just trying to get a grasp of the class and really like involve yourself with the kids. So definitely a book to read. So the next thing on my list is plans. And I did a video on my plan book, and this is what I used throughout my practicum placement. I always had my plans with me, whether it was in my bag or outside. A lot of the times I would just plan like for the week, and then I would leave this at placement. So I wasn't bringing this home with me every day because I didn't need to. But yeah. Me and my teacher ended up doing the same thing. So we both had our plans laid out like open on the table, and then when we come in, we'd go over it, photocopy what we needed, and then start the day. We worked really well together, and we both had like the same mindsets, so it made things really easy. And then at the end of the day, we would sit together, go to like a fresh page, and then plan out what we wanted to do going further. That really helped us, and helped me with time management as well, because I wasn't going home and planning by myself all the time. Sometimes you're not going to be that lucky to get a host teacher that's gonna like kind of like hold your hand and tell you what to do and be with you through everything, and I know that kind of sucks, but what you want to do is just tough it out. If you need help, reach out to the people in your program. They're there to help you. Reach out to your friends in the program. Reach out to me on Instagram if you need ideas and stuff to do. Yeah, definitely you're not alone. So if you need help with like lesson planning and stuff like that, especially if you're a teacher in Toronto, Canada, like there's people here that can help you. The next thing on my list is a water bottle. I'll show you my water bottle, what I brought. This is my Swell water bottle. It doesn't have to be gold. I liked it when I saw it. This is the limited edition Swell bottle. You can definitely go for something cheaper but just as good, but you want to get yourself a good water bottle, something that when it falls it doesn't leak, something insulated so it keeps your cold drinks cold and your hot drinks hot. Yeah, you're walking around all day, you're gonna be hot most of the time in the classroom. A water bottle, it's not a necessity, but like you'll notice that all teachers have a water bottle with them, because you know, like, you just get thirsty throughout the day. You know, you're talking, you're engaging with them, you're doing a lot of work, and drink your water. You know, water is really important for you. Keep that water intake up, sis. Okay, so 2 last things I want to mention. One is comfortable shoes. Definitely, you're going to need comfortable shoes. Do not come to your first day wearing heels. Don't do it. Even though you want to do it, or like I might want to do it, don't do it, because you're going to be on your feet all day, okay? Especially as a student teacher. You don't want to be sitting around doing nothing. You want to be up, you want to be engaged, you want to be like, even if you have nothing to do, go talk to a kid sitting by himself doing his work. be engaged with the kids. I'll show you a foot of my favorite shoe. This is a little bit beat up, but this is my favorite shoe. I got it from ASOS. Again, ASOS is definitely one of my favorite stores. This is like the Gucci inspired loafer that was going around like a few years back. Their shoes are great. You want to wear something comfortable like this, something closed-toed. Black goes with everything. Yeah, like this is honestly my go-to shoe. I have like a Zara pair that's very similar, but it's a little bit more like it's not as simple like this. It's a little bit more like that gator skin type of texture, but definitely you want to go for something comfortable, flat, closed-toed, something that goes with everything, because you don't want to be spending money on getting a different bunch of shoes that go with a different bunch of outfits. You're not gonna have time to pick out your outfit every single day. You want to get something doable and durable. I like that. Doable and durable. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had two other things. Okay, the other thing I wanted to mention is comfortable clothing. So this is a top that I wore in my placement, and this top is from Old Navy, and Old Navy has great clothes that are easy to get, easy to fit, cheap, because their stuff is always on sale. Yeah, so I got this top from Old Navy. Sometimes I wear it with like black pants, or like I have a pink pants too that I wear it with when I go like a little bit of extra fashion-y. A lot of the clothes that I got were either from Zara, which is my favorite store, Old Navy, which has like durable clothing. Oh, their pixie pants are amazing. Check out their pixie pants if you haven't. I recommend those. My first year I bought a blue, a black, a gray. Yeah, 3 pairs, and I still have them. So get pixie pants, and they're stretchy too, so they're amazing, and they don't shrink in the wash. So definitely pixie pants. But yeah, Zara, Old Navy. So those are my top 2 for like teacherish clothes, because you want to look professional. This is not the time to be like experimenting with your style. Go with something that you know is you, something that you're going to be comfortable with, that you're going to feel confident in, because people are watching you all day, and honestly every day is like an interview. So make sure you grab yourself a blazer, grab yourself some button-up shirts, grab yourself some dress pants. I'm gonna incorporate teacher tees into my wardrobe. I'm just looking for a black owned Canada business, and so far I haven't been able to find any. So if you know any, definitely message me on Instagram. But yeah, blazer, button-ups, t-shirts, a lot of these blouses that are like thin, so in the summertime like air gets through. You don't want to wear nothing too short. A lot of teachers say that like don't show like up here and stuff like that. I think it really depends on what you're wearing, and the time of the year as well. Get yourself a good coat, because you're gonna be outside for duty. Mitts, hats. Honestly, like when you're outside doing duty at recess, you want to be warm. Like forget fashion. Definitely you want to be warm. Dress yourself like a kid, like the hat, the scarf, the mitts, like everything, because whether you like it or not, you're gonna be out there. And the last 2 things that I want to mention, I know I said last 2 before, but I promise it's the last 2, is a stapler and laminator. But I'm gonna do stapler first. So this is the stapler that I got from Amazon. It's from Swingline, and it works fine. This I leave at home, so, and I have a printer here at home too, and I'll just print stuff off, hole punch it, put it in my plan book, and there you go. Honestly, if I ended up, sometimes at the end of the day I would like photocopy a bunch of stuff, stick it in my bag and bring it home, and then come home and hole punch it, just because like I wasn't gonna go back upstairs to my teacher, or like she had left or stuff like that. So definitely have your own hole puncher with you at home. It just, I don't know, I'm someone that's very organized, and I like to have everything set for the next day. So just knowing that like I'm one step further in helping the kids to like get to it, like it helps, you know. And then the last thing I want to mention is my laminator. Oh my gosh. So this is the Scotch laminator from Amazon. I bought it when it was on sale a long time ago, and it still works. Get yourself a laminator, sis, because honestly these things last forever and they will help you with prepping, planning, anything you're gonna need. This is not necessarily like a student teacher essential, but it is at the same time. Like, you're gonna need one of these in the future anyways, so if you find one on sale, definitely grab it. It'll help you in the long run. There's also newer ones that are like also like out now, but this one's old and it works just fine. Okay, so that is the end of the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.